In old age, never bathe at these 5 times. It could be life-threatening without you even realizing. Hello dear friends. Welcome to our channel. I wish you joyful and relaxing moments as you listen to and watch this video. I'm always here to share with you many aspects of life and health. Thank you so much for being with me. Please feel free to share your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Knowing you're here gives me precious motivation and energy to continue creating helpful videos to share with you. Thank you. Dear friend, have you ever wondered, when we grow old, could things that once seemed so ordinary become unexpectedly dangerous? Each day goes by with familiar habits, eating, walking, resting, and of course bathing. We bathe to feel clean, to feel refreshed, to sleep better. But what few people realize is that just bathing at the wrong time could lead to serious consequences, especially in old age. Older adults, whether our grandparents, parents, or even ourselves in the future, go through a phase where the body weakens, immunity drops, and the cardiovascular system is no longer as stable as in our younger years. A sudden cold breeze on the neck, a late night shower, or rushing into the bathroom right after a meal, any of these could trigger a stroke, sudden fainting, or even sudden death in mere moments. I understand, none of us ever want anything bad to happen to our loved ones or to ourselves. That's why today, let's take a few moments to truly listen to our bodies and recognize that there are specific times when we should not bathe, even if only for a short while. These are not baseless taboos, but expressions of deep care and love for ourselves. So now, I invite you to join me as we go through 5 critical times when older adults should absolutely avoid bathing. Moments that may silently put life at risk if we aren't careful. Please stay with me until the end of this video because what I'm about to share could help you better understand your body and learn which times are best to avoid bathing. Don't skip over it, because the more we understand the reasons behind these things, the more we can take control of our health and improve the quality of our lives. 1. Do not bathe immediately after eating. Surely you've had those busy days when, after finishing a meal, all you want is to take a shower to cool down, especially on hot, humid days. But did you know that this seemingly harmless habit can actually pose serious health risks, especially for older adults? Why is bathing right after eating potentially harmful? After a meal, your body needs a significant amount of blood to aid in digestion. However, when you step into the bathroom and take a warm or cold shower, the blood begins to rush to the surface of your skin to regulate your body temperature. At that moment, your digestive system is relying on that very blood to function properly. When blood is redirected to the skin instead, it can lead to a drop in blood pressure, causing dizziness, and in severe cases even a stroke, particularly in those with weaker health. So, have you ever stopped to wonder whether your body can really handle such sudden changes right after a meal? Have you ever thought that taking a shower just to feel a bit more comfortable might end in something far more serious? Let me share with you a true story. There was a man in the US who, after finishing dinner, felt hot and sweaty. Wanting to cool down, he went into the bathroom to take a shower. At the time, he didn't think much of it. He just wanted to feel better. But after just a few minutes in the shower, he suddenly felt dizzy and collapsed. Blood wasn't reaching his brain fast enough, and he suffered a stroke. Fortunately, his house was located near a hospital, and his family was able to call a doctor to come quickly and administer emergency treatment. Thanks to the timely response, he made it through the critical stage. However, he is still undergoing treatment and observation at the hospital, as the consequences of bathing right after a meal continue to affect his health. You may feel surprised or even a bit worried hearing this story. It's shocking how something so routine could lead to such a serious incident, isn't it? That's why our sincere advice to you is this: always wait at least 1 to 2 hours after eating before taking a shower. This allows your digestive system to work properly and prevents the dangerous diversion of blood to the skin that can affect your heart and circulation. So what do you think? Isn't it worth waiting just a little while to protect your health? Let's take care of ourselves with caution and kindness, because health is the most precious asset we have. 2. Do not bathe too late at night. Have you ever had one of those long, exhausting days when all you want is a bit of relaxation with a late-night shower? For those of us who are busy, often working late into the night, this habit can feel inevitable. But did you know that bathing too late at night can pose serious, even life-threatening risks, especially for the elderly? Why is bathing late at night dangerous? As night falls, the outdoor temperature typically drops, and your body works harder to maintain a stable internal temperature to avoid chills. Bathing at this time, especially with cold water or in a poorly heated bathroom, can cause sudden vasoconstriction, where blood vessels narrow rapidly. This hinders blood flow and increases the risk of cerebrovascular accidents and stroke, which are particularly dangerous for older adults. I understand, modern life is hectic and many of us find ourselves bathing late after a stressful day. But have you ever thought about how just a few minutes of comfort could potentially affect your health so drastically? Sometimes, in our desire to feel refreshed, we overlook how our environment and timing impact our bodies. So, how can we protect ourselves and our loved ones from this hidden danger? The best advice is to bathe before 8 p.m., when temperatures are still relatively stable and the body can better handle temperature changes. Use warm water, not cold, and make sure to keep warm immediately after bathing. Do you think a small change in daily habits could make a big difference in your health and longevity? Sometimes, it's the simple choices that bring long-term safety and happiness. Remember, caring for yourself is one of the best gifts you can give your family as you grow older. To better understand the danger of late-night bathing, let me share a true story. A 72-year-old man from New Mexico had just returned from a long trip to visit his daughter in Massachusetts. He arrived home around 11:30 p.m. feeling exhausted, and decided to take a shower to relax and unwind. He didn't consider the risks of showering in the cold late at night. Outside, the temperature had dropped significantly, and inside his bedroom the air conditioning was set to 16 degrees Celsius 60 degrees Fahrenheit. After showering, his body experienced sudden vasoconstriction, and as he walked into his bedroom, he became dizzy and collapsed. The next morning, his son, who had been working a night shift, came home and found his father unresponsive. He immediately called for emergency medical help, but sadly it was too late. The man had passed away at around 1 a.m., just hours after his shower. His story is a heartbreaking reminder of how bathing too late in cold conditions can lead to stroke and sudden death, especially when the body is already fatigued. So what do you think? Could simply adjusting your bathing time help minimize these risks? Sometimes, a little patience and self-care is all it takes to choose safety over regret. If you're still here and found this information helpful, please leave a comment with the number 6 to let me know you're following along. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I invite you to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a valuable update. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. 3. Do not bathe when your body is too exhausted. Have you ever felt completely worn out after a long day of hard work or a tiring trip, and just wanted to take a shower to feel more relaxed? But did you know that bathing when your body is already fatigued can actually be a dangerous decision? When we're tired, our body loses its ability to maintain balance as it normally would. Blood pressure can become unstable, and if you decide to step into the bathroom, especially to take a cold or very hot shower, your body may experience thermal shock. This can cause serious reactions such as dizziness, fainting, or even passing out. These symptoms can progress rapidly and in worst cases, may lead to cardiac arrest, something that's especially likely in those with poor health or pre-existing heart conditions. I'm sure you've had moments where you felt exhausted and just wanted to feel better by taking a shower. But have you ever wondered whether your body has the strength to handle a sudden change in temperature like that? When the body is unwell or weak, everything needs more care, because even a small mistake can lead to serious consequences. So, do you think a bit of patience and rest could help us avoid such dangerous accidents? If you're feeling tired, take at least 30 minutes to rest before deciding to shower. Make sure your body feels stable and then gently use warm water. If you still feel unwell, consider skipping the shower altogether and use a warm towel to clean your body instead. This will refresh you without putting your health at risk. Taking care of yourself properly doesn't have to be difficult, right? Sometimes just a little bit of rest can help you protect your health and avoid hidden dangers. Always remember, your health is the most valuable asset you have. To help you understand more clearly the dangers of bathing when your body is exhausted, let me share a real-life story of a 68-year-old woman from New York. She had spent an entire week helping her daughter take care of the grandchildren while her son-in-law and daughter were away on a sudden work trip. The week of caring for young children left her feeling physically and mentally drained. Once her family returned, she felt she deserved a break and decided to shower to relieve her stress. That evening, right after finishing her shower, she stepped out of the bathroom and suddenly felt lightheaded. She collapsed onto the floor. Her husband, who heard the noise, rushed in and found her unresponsive. He immediately called their family doctor, who arrived quickly. After checking her condition, the doctor said she had suffered cardiac arrest due to severe fatigue, combined with the sudden change in temperature during bathing. In that critical moment, the doctor acted fast, performing cardiac stimulation and administering emergency medication. Fortunately, she survived the incident. However, the doctor required her to be hospitalized immediately for close observation and long-term treatment. This is a clear example of how neglecting to listen to your body, especially when you're fatigued, can have serious consequences. Bathing while exhausted can cause sudden fluctuations in temperature and blood pressure, leading to thermal shock, fainting, and even cardiac arrest. So, what do you think about the importance of caring for yourself in moments like these? We can always spare a little time to rest and let the body stabilize before stepping into the shower. A seemingly simple act could be what saves your life and helps you avoid devastating outcomes. Always listen to your body and don't forget to take care of yourself in the most loving and attentive way. Do not bathe when you have a fever or have just recovered from one. Have you ever had a fever, felt your body burning up, and just wanted to take a shower to cool down? That's a natural reaction. But did you know that bathing when you have a fever or have just recovered from one can pose serious health risks? When you have a fever, your body has already lost a significant amount of energy and fluids. At the same time, your immune system is working at full capacity to fight off bacteria or viruses. In this condition, taking a shower, especially with cold or very hot water, can cause sudden temperature changes that negatively affect your cardiovascular system and lungs. This may even trigger thermal shock or worsen your overall condition. Surely you felt hot and uncomfortable while having a fever, and the thought of a shower sounds relieving, right? But have you ever questioned whether showering at that moment truly brings relief, or is it actually adding more strain to your already weakened body? So, how can we take care of our bodies during a fever without harming our health? Medical professionals advise that instead of showering, you should gently wipe your body with a warm, damp towel. This helps you feel more comfortable without causing sudden changes in body temperature. Keeping clean is important, but it must be done in a way that doesn't place additional stress on your body while it's fighting illness. Do you believe that sometimes just listening to your body and having a bit of patience can help protect your health more effectively? Always remember that your health is your most valuable asset, and taking proper care of yourself is the best way to safely get through a fever. To further illustrate the danger of bathing when your body is still weak, let me share the story of a 75-year-old woman from New Jersey. She had just spent 10 days battling a viral fever, bedridden and unable to move. After her fever began to subside, she felt hot and sticky from sweat and thought that a shower would make her feel refreshed and speed up her recovery. Trusting that a shower would help her feel clean and comfortable, she went into the bathroom. However, after finishing her shower, she still felt extremely weak and dizzy. Suddenly, she collapsed to the floor and drifted into a semi-conscious state. Her family panicked and immediately rushed her to the nearest emergency room. Upon arrival at the hospital, doctors quickly examined her and diagnosed her with extreme exhaustion caused by prolonged illness. In addition, bathing while her body was still too weak caused her heart rate to spike, putting her in a critical condition. Emergency recovery procedures were administered immediately to stabilize her condition. Thankfully, she survived the ordeal and slowly began to recover, but the incident served as a serious wake-up call. When the body is still weak and fatigued, especially after a severe illness, bathing can have unpredictable consequences. She had to undergo emergency treatment, all because of the decision to shower before she had fully recovered. So, do you think that sometimes we need to listen more carefully to our bodies and be more patient, rather than rushing into things that might seem helpful but could actually be harmful? Always remember, taking care of yourself properly is the best way to recover safely without unnecessary risks. If you're still here and found this information helpful, leave a comment with the number 8 to let me know you're still following along. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I highly encourage you to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any future videos. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. 5. Do not shower immediately after exercising. Are you someone who enjoys working out or playing sports? After an invigorating workout, when you've pushed your limits, broken a sweat, and feel great for completing a long run or reaching a fitness goal, it's common to want to shower right away. However, did you know that showering immediately after exercising could actually be harmful to your health, especially for older adults? When you engage in intense physical activity, your body sweats heavily, and your pores expand to help release heat and regulate body temperature. If you shower immediately after exercising, your body may go into thermal shock. At this point, there's a significant difference between your internal body temperature and the temperature of the shower environment. This sudden change can cause blood to rush to the surface of the skin, lowering blood pressure, and increasing the risk of dizziness or even stroke, particularly for the elderly or those with cardiovascular issues. Have you ever jumped into the shower right after exercising, simply to cool down quickly? Maybe you thought it would help you relax and feel more refreshed. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself whether your body was truly ready for such an abrupt change? I remember once, an older friend of mine shared that after a long walk, she felt great and decided to shower immediately. As soon as she stepped out of the bathroom, she felt dizzy, her limbs were shaking, and she could barely stand. Her family became extremely worried and rushed her to the hospital. The doctor diagnosed her with sudden low blood pressure, which had thrown her body off balance. Fortunately, she received timely medical attention. However, the doctor advised her that after physical activity, it's essential to rest for at least 20 to 30 minutes to let the body recover before making any drastic changes in temperature. So what do you think? Isn't it sometimes important to practice a little patience and listen to your body? Instead of rushing to shower immediately after exercising, you could rest for a bit, replenish your energy with a glass of water, and allow your body time to relax. This not only helps you avoid health risks but also enhances your post-workout comfort and relaxation. Taking care of yourself the right way isn't difficult, is it? Just remember that resting after exercise is an important part of the recovery process and is key to maintaining long-term health. Additional tips for elderly people when bathing. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to changes in temperature and the surrounding environment. That's why bathing for the elderly must be done with extra care. Have you ever wondered if bathing could become a challenge for older adults? And how can we ensure their safety and comfort every time they bathe? The first important tip is to always use warm water. Cold water can cause thermal shock in elderly individuals, potentially leading to low blood pressure or colds. If you have an elderly loved one, never let them bathe in cold water, even during the summer. Warm water helps the body relax, softens the muscles, and reduces the risk of blood vessel constriction. You can try adjusting the water temperature to what feels most comfortable for them. Another essential point is not to bathe for too long. Older adults no longer have the same energy and strength as before. Each bath should last no more than 15 minutes. Staying in the water too long can drain their energy, leading to dizziness, fatigue, or even fainting. You can assist them with a quick and efficient bath, focusing on cleaning key areas of the body. Additionally, always make sure that a family member is nearby when an elderly person is bathing. Did you know that sometimes just a little support can prevent unfortunate accidents? A good recommendation is to stay close in case of emergencies such as slipping or difficulty moving. Finally, don't forget to dry the body thoroughly after bathing and have them put on warm clothes immediately. Elderly individuals are more prone to catching colds, and the chill they feel after bathing can negatively affect their health. It's important to make sure the body is completely dry and shielded from drafts, especially when the weather is cold. A soft towel and a warm outfit can help them feel comfortable and prevent any chill after bathing. Do you think that just a few small changes in bathing habits can make a big difference in protecting the health of older adults? Taking care of the elderly is not just a responsibility, it is an act of love and compassion. Always remember, even the smallest gesture of care can bring great peace of mind to them. Conclusion. Something as seemingly simple as taking a bath can become a potential danger for the elderly if not done correctly and at the right time. Have you ever thought that a daily habit could carry risks we might not even notice? That's why understanding health, listening to the body, and caring for our loved ones attentively is never unnecessary. Bathing properly not only helps keep the body clean but is also a way to protect the health of older adults. Remember, the body isn't always ready to handle sudden changes in temperature or physical fatigue. Especially for seniors whose health and immune systems are weakened, even the smallest changes can pose serious risks. So how can we maintain good health every day? The answer lies in choosing the right time to bathe and always listening to the signals the body is sending. How do we protect the health of our loved ones? It's simple. Just pay attention to the smallest details in daily life, like the time of day they bathe, the temperature of the water, or being there to support them when needed. These small acts not only help them feel safer but also bring peace of mind to us, the ones who care for them. We all want the elderly in our families to live healthy, long, and fulfilling lives. A little attention, a few right habits, and thoughtful care can help them stay strong and happy. So don't overlook the small things in life. They are the keys to helping our elders live joyfully and healthily. Are you ready to change how you care for the elderly in your family to better protect their health? Small changes today can be a strong step toward a healthier future for your loved ones. Let's care for, protect, and love them more each day. Thank you for taking the time to listen and join us on this journey of understanding the importance of being in tune with your body before bathing and cleaning it at different times of the day. We hope these insights have helped you better understand both your loved one's needs and your own. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and share your own experiences. Your stories might help someone else. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments what you've learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts mean a lot to us, so don't hesitate to share. Reading your comments is a great source of motivation for us. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share it. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Wishing you and your family good health and peace always. See you in the next video.